Stress, pressure, expectation, and finding out what you're made of. All of those things come into play when you have a top 5 showdown at this point in the season. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Oh, a lot of space. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early on offense.
They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Manning. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
To the air on 2nd down. This time he's got his man. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense and you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Snagged in the middle. It's Moore. There he goes. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Looking to throw, it's Manning. Got it in the middle, it's Wingo. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Give to the back. Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. And the Longhorns pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Wants to throw on first down. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
How about that? That's already the third target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
They'll run the option. And the ball is free. There he goes to the right. He's inside the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Georgia. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Nice job by the defense forcing the fumble. That took the perfect bounce right into the DB's hands. He shows you the speed and takes it back all the way for a touchdown. That was the definition of a fortuitous bounce.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He's able to work his way on the return. To the 23 before he steps out of bounds. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. To throw, it's Manning. Going for a big play right off the bat. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you can tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
The play-action fake. Bring in the heat. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's caught downfield. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Just keep slinging it. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Makes the grab inside the 30. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
And the Longhorns are on the move. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he made the extra point without problem. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And the quarterback bought a little time, but actually bought a lot of time, but not enough time. The defense gets to him.
That defender was not fooled at all by the play action. He never thought the offense was running the football. He had his ears pinned back, used his speed to get to the QB.
And the Dogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Looking to take a shot. Brings it in down the left side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Quarterback extends the play. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Georgia going up tempo. On third down, he drops to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. That earlier sack really set them back, but they'll still go for it here. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Pocket breaking down. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the jet motion. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Spot here with second and short. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Now the play fake. Here comes the heat. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Got 5 wideouts spread across the field on 2nd and 5. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Fires to the middle. He's got it. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Yeah, finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for.
Wide open spaces. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
The Longhorns trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now it's 2nd and goal. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll keep it himself. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll leave it with him. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Georgia comes quickly to the line. On the move. Look out, he's got room. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Turns it on in midfield. Turning it on. Finally corralled and not before. He picks up the first down.
What a run, man. I'll tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you've got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Extending the play. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. That's reeled in, it's Frazier. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line. They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Firing to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Dogs!
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Wingo. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Hauls it in down the sideline. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Wingo. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
And he's got it inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And the Longhorns trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Can the D deny them on second and goal? They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Back to throw, it's Manning. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Motion from the wide receiver. He'll start this drive firing. Makes the catch. It's Branch. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. This defense will try to keep everything in front. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Thomas. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown Bulldogs! They went for it all and it paid off with the score.
Well, I don't know if there was a lot of question with respect to who that ball was going to be going to. This quarterback knows who his best playmaker is, and on the final play of the first half, he was looking him up. It wasn't going to be easy, but they were able to execute, get on the same page, score the touchdown, and they've got the lead.
That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. And the Longhorns will line up to kick off and start the second half. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air, it's Stockton. Now adjusting. On the run, deep down the right side. Wide open, he makes the catch. Open spaces. Touchdown, Georgia. An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now.
And how about the tight end showing off the athletic ability? Does a great job in the blocking game. Now, when you need to make a big play in the passing game, you just turn him loose, throw him the football, and he can make big plays like he did right here.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. In front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Here's the handoff. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass. Finds the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Wants to throw on third down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Making side adjustments here. On fourth down, going to the air. He'll pull it down. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Well, this quarterback's athleticism, I think, makes it a little bit easier for you as a head coach when you decide to go for it on fourth down, because if it's not there to throw the ball, his athleticism can just take over. He can go get it himself and keep the drive alive. Really nice job that time by the QB.
To the air, it's Manning. Here's the pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Finds a tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be legal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution.
Snags it inside the 20. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The RPO fire complete to the left. Stopped right at the 2-yard line after the catch, and it'll be first down, goal to go.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Powers forward. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
He'll do it himself. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Quarterback now breaking the field. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's the hardest part about playing a mobile quarterback. It's not the first play. The first play was a pass. It's the second play where he decides to pull it down, Jesse, becomes a running back, and makes something happen.
You're right, David. That's why so many coaching staffs now are trying to recruit dual-threat athletes at quarterback because of situations just like that. Down in the red zone, nobody open. You're not just going to throw it away and be okay kicking a field goal. You're taking off, and you're going to capitalize with a touchdown.
They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. On the run, it's Frazier. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Leaves it with the running back. It's a seam wide open. Turning on the Jets. The 20. Touchdown, Dogs. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, running back on the move. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking for a man. It's Manning. Grabbed over the middle. It's Moore. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working. That last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Wants to go up top on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen.
Man, those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Motion from the wideout. Wants to go up top. Right down the middle. He's got it. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. The Longhorns are marching down the field. So first down will open up the final period. Unloads quickly. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up second and 5, third and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And on second down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a third down situation where you had to throw the football.
Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on first and 10. Dropping back, it's Manning. Plucks it out of the air. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. On the run, it's Baxter. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back from no gain.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Looking to throw for it. Here's a heat. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. The best play on a field is when the big boy, the most athletic people on the field, the defensive linemen, make game-changing, awesome, super athletic interceptions.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. A handoff, keep working on that clock. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive. Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time to hand it off and pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
The Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Rushes on him. Finds his man. It's Branch. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the 4th quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a dub.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Really nice job by the running back here in the 4th quarter, picking up that first down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot. Late in the game, they need him to play his best football.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
You know, good teams just know how to close games out. And you're seeing that right now with this team, right? Your defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in. It's Wingo. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
And obviously this offense wants to keep it up. Like, keep the pace going, get as many plays as possible, maybe eke one more out here before the 2-minute timeout.
Dropping back, it's Manning. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. Just outside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. To the air on first down. He'll take a shot. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
And then we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long. And here we are late in an obvious passing situation, trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Trying to impose their will with the run. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football maybe, take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Pressure coming. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on 4th down with the heat.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
The offense changing the play. Dropping back, it's Manning. Oh, they're after him. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Firing toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw again. Going for 6. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Moving away from pressure. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
And QBs, I understand when they get frustrated with those type of deals. That's a rhythm throw. We've thrown those 1,000 times. It's a little hitch. You catch the football. You keep us ahead of the chains. You can't drop that ball, man. It's right on the money.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Unleashes to the end zone. And that one is right on target if his target was the 1st row.
You got to love this job by the defense here in their own end. They're doing an outstanding job in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. Everybody's getting to their marks. They're breaking on the ball, and they forced 3 straight incompletions here with their backs against the wall.
Back to throw, it's Manning. Trying to find the end zone. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
They'll line up to go for 2. The give. He makes his way in for the 2, and now they trail by only 6. So they get it on the edge of the red zone and go 20 yards. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Under a minute to play, they can just take a knee and put this game on ice.
It's such a good feeling, the best feeling in the world. The best formation is victory formations for offense, where I can just catch the snap, take a knee, Jesse, and watch that clock run.
And it's got to feel good, too, because this was a physical football game. Both teams leaving it all on the field, and the offense now an opportunity to ice this thing, take the dub into the locker room, and get ready for your next opponent.
Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on second down and maybe put this thing away. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
The Dogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Now, 4th down.
Just 1 for 3 on 4th down today, but they'll try to move those chains with this play. Wide receiver going in motion. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Under fire. Gets drawn as he throws. The big pressure on 4th down, and they'll get it back.
And this offense stays aggressive, and listen, everybody likes it when it works. But now you are leaning on your defense, and this thing just got interesting.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. He might want another play. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wants to throw. It's Manning. Here's a throw downfield late. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. As we watch this game, guys, I got the feeling that's what a top 5 clash is supposed to look like, and it might not be the last time we see these two square off.
No, and these are the fun ones to watch, man. Two great teams, both of them fighting to be #1 type seeds in the college football playoff. Great squads. Somebody had to lose, but more importantly, that's a big feather in your cap. That's a top 5 win. That's a resume-building win for this squad, Jesse, that they'll take with the committee, and they'll take momentum down the stretch of the season.
This team has to celebrate this victory for now, but we might get a chance to see this matchup again. These two teams, to me, are good. They're
This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Colorado State Rams, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Rams have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. From inside the 10, here he comes. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. So Washington's offense will go on the attack first. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. Like, I'm excited about this new era of football. Like, we're seeing better tackling and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun.
There he goes!
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
The Huskies have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Looking for a gap. It's Coleman. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Williams will pass. Throws to the wideout. It's caught.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
And the Huskies look to keep this drive humming. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Might be calling a hot route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. The run from the shotgun. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Husky!
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Colorado State Rams offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Good timing on the quick out. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Smashes through the tackle. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Marshall. Oh, he's got some space. How about those sweet twinkle toes-like moves as he gets to the 38? This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Under fire. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looking to pass. It's Fowler Nicolosi. Zings it complete to the right.
I guess if you're going to get a 1-yard gain, at least it's kind of a highlight. Great body control, great job understanding how to keep your foot in bounds and give a little toe tap on the sidelines there.
And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. The sure hands, it's Coleman. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous.
It's a running room. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Off the play fake on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the miss.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
A great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Back has it. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. A low line drive and not his best work. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
He's loose. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. When the Huskies are moving on the ground like this, you will bow down to Washington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with all the rain they get out there in Washington, you better have a dependable ground game that you can go to and establish that tempo. Obviously, harder to throw the football in the rain, so dominant, physical trenches.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Williams looking for a man. Gets open down the middle. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
A designed run for the quarterback. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it and try to get his offense some positive yards.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. A little screen to the running back. Got some room, head to the goal line. Touchdown, Washington. A great catch and run for 6.
Now, after starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. To the air, it's Fowler-Nicolosi. Bringing the heat. Chucked it away just as he was hit. And it's incomplete on third down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
He's got it. Slips through the line. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Huskies. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on this. So quick, so elusive. That's such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it in halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there, incomplete. The Rams will punt it away on fourth down. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive, David.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Quarterback making adjustments. Williams will pass. Pocket breaking down. Got a man. It's Boston. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. So now it's second and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Good, wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was on me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Got his man. Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup. This will likely be the last play of the half. Looking to throw on first down. He's got the tight end. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great scene today in Seattle. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. With that said, let's send it back to our guys inside Husky Stadium.
Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Rams now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The give on the inside. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. To the air, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
I got to be honest, I thought this tight end was going to have a much bigger role in this game. They wanted to get him the football early and often, but after that drop here in the second half, he still doesn't have a catch.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Washington sends out the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. The throw to the outside is complete.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly, and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
Sends it back in motion. Back to pass. It's Fowler Nicolosi. Finds his big tight end. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
That's a nice play on offense there. And how about the tight end getting out of his stance and working his way across the field, using his speed to clear the defense and make the catch.
They'll move the wide receiver. On the move, it's Marshall. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
That's a great play by the defense. They've got the lead by a lot here in the 3rd quarter, and the offense is trying to run at them, and they just completely blew that thing up. Big tackle for loss. They've now put him in an obvious passing situation. Expect them to pin their ears back, try to get after the quarterback here.
That's caught. It's Winfield. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the 3rd quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Gives them some room to operate as he rumbles ahead for 6 out to the 15-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the snap, it's Boston. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Williams looking for a man. Fires to the middle. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Motion from the wideout. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Gonna sling it on second down. It's complete on the right side. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Looking to throw, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Wide out trying to get it in. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it, inches away from the touchdown.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Now on second and goal. Off play action. Here comes the heat. Touchdown, Colorado State. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I absolutely love this play call. You still got a little bit of space while you're not too close to the goal line where you can run your big tight end right up the middle of the field, run the post route, throw it up to him, let him do the rest, and get the touchdown.
Washington, 21, Colorado State, 7.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage. And you just want to...
Makes the grab past the marker. And they finally make the tackle. But this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Williams will pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it for a big play. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. Quarterback making checks. Wants to keep it in the air. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long. tough to start a year. You got to go into a hostile environment, play a good team. They weren't able to get that win, but they've looked entirely different in this one. Playing at home, they've been feeding off of the energy of their crowd. They've executed better, and they're going to feel real good after this win.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. His drive will open from the 15. Snags it quickly on the left. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The Rams want to move quickly.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And the Rams really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Looking for room. It's Marshall. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better. Right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The give, and tick, 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 tick. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
A nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the 1st down.
Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Barrels ahead. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Well, after the tackle now, that sets up 4th and 2. And these offenses, they practice for these types of situations. It's not like they just have quarterback sneak in their back pocket for 4th and inches. They've got plays designed to go and get this, David, so it'll be interesting to see if this offense wants to roll the dice.
Yeah, and most of the time, I'm rolling the dice. I'm going to be aggressive. And as a defense, you also know that too. And you're ready. You're not caught off guard by offenses nowadays going forward on 4th down.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach...
He's sacked. He'll lose a couple on that one as he tried to get back to the line of scrimmage. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to throw, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Timeout is called and the clock is down to 8. Offense a little backed up here, and boy, would it help to convert this third down. Looking to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt.